Hello guys, it's Stephen and Phil here back with another video, and today we're talking about 3 new kit releases, which got this man next to me really excited.
It's been nice, so many kit releases recently.
Yeah, it's nice to have it away from the MLS as well, and obviously we saw the FIFA Women's World Cup releases, which were really nice as well. And we've got 3 heavyweights here in football. We've got Argentina, Colombia and Mexico, and not all of them are going to be in the Copa America this year, which we were discussing before, and we were kind of surprised to see the reason why. Like, we know Mexico are usually invited, aren't they? So
they are, yeah. For some reason, I don't know exactly, but probably because of the proximity of Mexico, they've been in the South American equivalent of the
and
Euros.
The US are usually off the invite as well.
Indeed, yeah.
And it's kind of like we were saying, it's like how Swansea, are in the Premier League, and not a bit of play in England, and Cardiff as well. And you kind of allow it because whatever. But this year it's actually Japan and Qatar. Like, that makes no sense whatsoever to me. That is just surely financial, because it's definitely not regional. Like,
I have to say that is it's a very interesting one. As you say, there's probably a few reasons other than
imagine, right? They're not going to win. Yeah. Imagine Japan with the South Copa America champions, or even Qatar, like somehow.
In Japan they were really good, weren't they, last year? And you never know if the draw falls Carlton. That would be hilarious. If they, it's a bit like,
it cheapens it, doesn't it? Like, it really does.
It's a strange idea that obviously in Europe we've got so many teams that we can barely fit. All the good ones in, let alone inviting other nations from other continents.
It's probably a terrifying vision of the future, isn't it? Where we get European championships and we invite the US over or something like that. Yeah. Anyway, today we got 3 kits to talk through, and we'll go through. Let's start with the outsiders first. Mexico. Now, this one was announced, and my immediate untrained eye was like, wait, it's black, it's not green. Now, correct me if I'm wrong here, but I can't remember if I've ever seen a black Mexico kit before. Has it happened before? I'm sure it maybe has in history.
It's a few times, and they've worn it pretty much, I think, exclusively in either Gold Cup or Copa America tournaments. I think it might be both, but this year
CONCACAF, won't they?
Exactly, it'll just be in the Gold Cup and the CONCACAF equivalent of the Euros, and that is an interesting tradition. As I say, they've only used it a couple of times before. To me, I don't think this is a great kit, despite some interesting things in its unique design, which is good.
Click, does it? It's like, you look at it and think it should be alright, but something about it's not quite right.
My first thought with it is the way you've got you see the very thin black horizontal stripes. That looks a bit like their previous black kit, almost like they've sort of tried to bring a bit of that in. And then it sort of disrupts what is an interesting looking pattern, but you kind of can't really see it that well, especially in the black. And at least other pro points, if you like, they've got the crest fits in fairly well with the black, but I agree in that it doesn't look quite.
It looks quite train toppy.
It looks very train toppy. Yeah, exactly. And the one redeeming feature, and a good thing for all these kits, is we're getting unique typefaces. That's quite
such a you thing to point out.
Nerdy thing to point out, but that is a positive after last year where Adidas basically run at the same font across all their teams. Now, so that's a good thing.
Interestingly, Jack Henderson on Twitter, thank you Jack Henderson, essentially mocked up the kit in a green, Hendo CFC there on Twitter, and that looks instantly nice. Then someone else replied with a slightly darker, and that looks a lot nicer as well. So that's what it would look like. It's on the screen now. It would look like in a darker green, which would be, to me, it'd be much more Mexico in general.
Well, the thing about
it makes it pop more as well.
Exactly. You see that pattern, and it instantly evokes those 90s kits.
Yeah, the famous
from ABA Sport. The very classic Aztec calendar thing. You can kind of see it. You're like, oh yeah, that line there looks like the calendar.
I reckon they were going for that. Then someone just decided to change it to black, and they're like, oh, okay, that was the pattern we decided. Fair enough. You just ruined my work there, but go for it.
Yeah.
But anyway, in general, that's an average kit, and maybe they don't deserve to be in the Copa America if they're going to ruin their club, their national colours. For me, which I find interesting, I feel like it's growing on me. The Argentina kit. The biggest point here was that Messi's wearing it, because there's been a lot of rumours about his future in general. I got a feeling Messi's back. I got a feeling you're going to like the font as well, the typeface.
I am absolutely.
I like that. I don't know why. It's something very pleasing about that typeface.
I saw on Twitter, it reminded me a bit of, in the 90s when fonts tended to be a bit chunkier.
It's like they were discovering typography,
it started to go a bit more interesting.
Bezel effect and everything,
And I like that because last year, again, not to bang on about it, but Adidas teams had this really quite ugly font. The names look terrible as well. So it's a nice improvement. And this kit, I agree in that it's a grower. It's not one which immediately grabbed me. I think the one thing I would say about it is I don't particularly like how kind of faded the stripe looks. I understand it. You know, it's this. Dare I use the word glitch?
Oh, it's bad.
Type pattern, yeah. And
the glitch, isn't it? 2019.
Yeah, it feels. I think it's reached kind of saturation point. Obviously, the MLS kits we talked about, and in general, even Nike do it quite a lot. So, you know, it's a departure from.
Do you think that's the saturation point is a lot because these kits are leaked over the course of like a long period of time, so you get so used to it. But they probably all designed or thought within the same week or something like that.
Well, you know,
they're all just pushed out slowly. So
it's a very good point. That actually, this kit obviously,
it's probably the idea from within a month, isn't it? It's just like they stretched out. Over
it is, and the kit production cycle obviously is a couple of years in effect. Yeah. So you're absolutely right. I think we're probably coming to the end of this trend, if you like. But as a kit, especially with the number and obviously if Messi's in it, I think it will definitely.
It's not bad.
It's one of the better ones.
And also, it does actually link to the Argentinian flag quite clearly. With the three stripes, like obviously blue, white, blue. Yep. It's a very obvious reference to the Argentinian flag compared to some. It's a bit more loyal to the flag, I would say.
Yeah.
But it's a solid shirt, not the best shirt I've ever seen. Colombia, as ever, I like this shirt personally. They're also very blessed to have James and Cuadrado as models because they both look great in these kits. They just look cool as anything.
I do like this photo shoot. It's quite funny. It's like a boy band, isn't it?
Yeah, they're just so natural. They're just very cool. But that's Colombia for you, isn't it?
Love it.
I like this shirt. I didn't. First time I saw it, I wasn't sure, but there's some certain pictures I saw on Google. Was looking around for it that I liked more than others. So I think it's a solid shirt. I quite like the fact it reminds me once again very 90s-esque, which is. Adidas seem to be pushing those references at the moment, don't they?
They do, and this one, a lot of people said it's got shades of the Bruce Banana kit from Arsenal, and I think that's a fair point. The way the lines form in the pattern. I think with this one, the big surprise is actually the shade of yellow. It's a very pale shade. In Colombia, we usually see that very vibrant yellow.
It depends where you look on Google, but yeah, you're right.
Indeed, yeah. And I think that, to me, is anything which sort of makes me...
It's not as fluorescent, is it?
Yeah, I mean, again, if you see it, you can see on the crest there's a little strip of yellow, and that's the kind of typical shade. But having said that, obviously, it's good to mix that once in a while. If they only had the same yellow, it would get quite boring. So I'd agree that it's one of the most interesting kits we've seen.
I like the texture and the pattern on it, like that kind of almost like geometrical sound wave vibe or whatever it is. It's not, at least it's not a glitch pattern, put it that way.
Exactly.
It's another very solid kit. Verdicts, which ones rank them 1 to 3?
Oh yeah, I think probably in the order we did them, in I'd say from worst to first, Mexico, Argentina, Colombia. I think that's fair. But yeah, Argentina has grown on me. At first I was probably gonna slate it, but actually it's one
you'd like in person, I reckon.
I think so.
You'd see the texture a little bit more. I think a lot of this photography these days is very desaturated, isn't it?
Yeah.
So I think the colour's lost.
You know what? There's something to be said about how frustrating sometimes photography just doesn't show off the shirt.
Doesn't look like that Colombia photo.
It does
it's
not
that faded out. That's like a Christopher Nolan screenshot, isn't it? Like everything is desaturated. It's all as faded as the denim, so it's like really faded. But anyway, guys, that is just some thoughts on the Copa America kits. Obviously, we'll be covering any more kits that release soon. Subscribe if you're new to footy, because we're getting close to that stage now, the end of the season, where all these new kits are about to be announced in the Premier League, which is going to be an absolute... it's going to be a gold mine, isn't it? It's going to be so much fun. We're going to be sifting through all the kits for you every single day. Anyway, I've been Stephen. This is Phil. Give this video a like, and we'll see you soon.